I do know that as long as he's anti-gun, I would never vote for him. You literally just said that you guys need to make sure that you nominate one male, one female, and one person of any gender. How is that transparent? A DNC clown show. And I put the title like that for a reason, because what else are we going to call it? Did you guys catch that? It was literally a clown show. Other than the DNC clown show, we're also going to take a look at the Dems. They kind of had like a caucus meeting, and then after that they had some unusually let's say amusing remarks. Like, I don't know what's happening on the Democrat side right now. Like, it's super confusing to me, but we're going to take a look at this. Like, we're going to look at all the things, but as far as that panel, it's a problem. So welcome to Cozy Corner TV, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Kieran Smith, call me Q, and we're on the corner, and we are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. So I am live here with you guys. I'm recording in the background. At some point, you guys will see me get up and turn my camera off, but that's for later on posting on the channel so I could drop you guys some more content. But right now, live, we're going to be reacting to Sky News Australia. They're the ones who covered some of the DNC panel. And I believe it took place on MSNBC News, which I was like, that's just not surprising. And also a little disappointing at how it went. But there's really no other word for it. I was disappointed. I was disappointed, y'all, because I'm like, what is happening? Like, what are the Democrats doing?
The DNC have learned absolutely nothing from their humiliating defeat at the last presidential election. We saw history repeat itself at the weekend, where a DNC official demanded that a non-binary person be voted into the vice president position of the organization.
Now, out of all of the madness, I'm going to just turn the camera here real quick, and then I'll turn it back so we can react. Out of all of the madness we saw with the Democrats during this freaking election, they're literally talking about that the DNC is talking about electing a non-binary person. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have nothing against non-binary people. I don't care. But they can't read the people. They suck at reading the people. Like, I don't even understand how this could even make headlines after how the election went. Yeah, they still go on with this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back, and we're going to go ahead and finish looking at this.
Rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced. With the results of the previous 4 elections, our elected officers are currently 2 male and 2 female. In order to be gender balanced, we must elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. So again, this is what we have to do for
Democrats.
Race. We have to elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. To ensure our process accounts for male, female, and non-binary candidates, we conferred with our RBC co-chair, our LGBT caucus co-chair, and others to ensure that the process is inclusive and meets the gender balance requirements in our rules. To do this, our process will be slightly different than the one outlined to you earlier this week, but I hope you will see that in practice it is simple and transparent. The order of balloting is designed to ensure equal access to the ballot.
See, this is what I'm talking about with the Democrats. What part of what he just said is transparent? Like, he literally said, I hope that when you guys read this and you go through it, you'll see that it's transparent. You literally just said that you guys need to make sure that you nominate 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. How is that transparent? That's not transparent. Some people think that that's foolish. Some people think that Democrats are completely foolish because this is the kind of stuff that they're still saying after the way the election went. Ridiculous.
Regardless of gender identity. As we must elect a candidate of any gender as well as 1 male and 1 female vice chair, we will first ask members to elect a candidate of any gender on the first ballot. Any candidate, male, female, and non-binary, can be elected on that ballot. After a candidate is elected on the first ballot, we'll have 1 officer of the 3 So we will not. So then we will know which position is filled of the one male, one female, and one vice chair of any gender. Our second ballot would also be for a candidate of any gender. Then our third ballot will be the third position that is remaining based on the two results. Either a male candidate if a candidate that is not male has not been elected, or a female candidate if a female has not been elected.
Oh my
The
gosh.
confused diatribe was mocked relentlessly by online commentators.
Yeah, no
with
kidding.
This person saying, DNC chair gets confused by his own party's rules for their gender balance provisions, has to hand over the mic to someone else who also can't explain it during leadership voting. This is absolutely insane. This party has learnt nothing. And this person agreed, saying, I was 40 minutes into the strangest SNL skit I had ever seen before I realized I was watching the DNC leadership elections. The DNC was blasted for making every aspect of the event about gender, race, and sexuality.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It's that type of stuff. It's that type of stuff that was taking place at the DNC when they were going for vice president chair, I believe. That it's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't condone any of it. And just because someone might look like me or close to me doesn't mean things like that are okay. Like, at the end of the day, you know, clearly if we think about what's going to be happening at the DNC, the Democrats are definitely going to be talking about DE&I, especially to probably an extensive point. They're going to bring up DE&I. We know this about the Democrats already. But when you have someone get up on stage and they're like, "Excuse me, I'm talking. I'm a black woman talking, and I deserve your attention just like the first 11 people." I'm like, come on, that's drastic. This is the type of stuff you wouldn't see this at the RNC, but this is what we deal with at the DNC, and this is the reason why the Democrats lost. And they're so freaking out of touch with people. It's crazy because the way that this panel went, you would think that they were paying attention during the election, but obviously they weren't.
And this bizarre moment had people convinced the whole event was one big parody.
And we'll begin with the opening statements. Each candidate will have 30 seconds, and we'll start with Dr. Quintessa Hathaway.
Good evening, everyone. It is my desire to be the next DNC chair, and I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on.
The chosen vice president was David Hogg,
Like, what was
a
that?
far-left anti-gun activist.
Are you ready to go on the offense?
Listen, so David Hogg, right? I don't know who this guy is, but apparently he's someone that the Democrats feel like are going to help win back the young people. Why do they feel like this man is going to help win back the young people? I have no idea why, but I do know that he's anti-gun, and I do know that as long as he's anti-gun, I would never vote for him. That's just, it's as simple as that. I would never vote for him. I've served in the military. I serve so people have the right to bear arms. Like, we fight for that right. Like, we have that right as American citizens. So anti-gun, I'm not okay with.